Hello. Hello, hello. You listen to Half Moon Radio, Radio Bhuna. This is David Armada, performing a couple songs for you, for my good friend domtavlor. This is Vince Vega off the newest tape, the Anchor. Go listen. Look. Back when my tracksuit used to shaku. All the demons that I had to battle, they test patience. Outcast in need of liberation. Eyes always downcast, why he so complacent? Why he always round us, we can't ever shake him. It's funny how we outlast, now they see the crowd large. They tell him that he sounds hard, I done took some heavy hits. Always keep a mouth guard on me, car. Anything can happen at random, never miss a pattern. The universe has many tricks hidden in the matter. From Cape Town to Clapham, from Jupiter to Saturn. I've been on my voodoo-ish since I was in primes, I've been on my band too, I got it from my dad, I could sense the bitch in you when we shook hands, that's why I ain't friendly, punk muck, I can feel the envy, eyes are the window to the soul, you're empty, fucked up when you try to shake me, when I saw the fetty, I was love struck, it tempt me, I need it in lump sum, coming out the mud hut, till the sun's up, young nigga brought an uncut, bumping undone, I'm in touch with my roots, sometimes I let my great uncle jump in the booth, sometimes I get so high I can talk to him too, smoke puffing out my chest like I got something to prove. Yeah. Gotta stay streetwise. Marjay told him to be wise. Car many man they may seem wise. Same man wise up when they see he fly on these sides. On these sides. On these sides. These sides. Yeah. Look, demons in my ear never feed a troll. When you start to rise, they wanna see you fall. I already paid the toll to save a soul. Pennies in the mason jar. Inshallah, I'm making enough to take me far and shoot my arrow on the straight and narrow. I just hit the zubi though, so aiming's hard. It's a calm bill. I'ma play the part till I depart. Still spitting bars deeper than a shark skill for real. Thoughts spilling on the page. I'm older than my age. I get colder with the day. Spent my winter in a haze. We are not the same. Niggas rapping as a phase. I never imitate originator. From way back as a youth playing Sega. From way back as a youth playing Quasar. Focus always beam like a beam on a laser. Making me their maker. Naughty by nature. We're at war like Capone and Noriega. Black from my skin, from my bone is my makeup. Always at the force on my own Darth Vader. Building up a spliff, tuck and twist Vince Vega, bitch. Streetwise, Marjay told me to be wise, car. Many man they may seem wise. Man wise up when they see he fly on these sides. I fucked up a couple lines on that boy move. Half Moon from Under the Blanket. I actually recorded that one under a blanket in my room at uni. Little bit of backstory. Next one. This one's produced by my good friend Esstate. Literally did this one the other day. It's called Shame. Off the next EP, STV. Look. We major, it's a minor though. I just check the streams, got niggas playing me in Idaho. Whenever it's my time to go, the energy remain. As long as they remember me and everything I gave. Car always pay the piper. Lyrically light 'em up. Always keep the strizzy fully loaded like a diaper, If I'm at your shubs, I'm probably thinking that I might cut. Tryna block the bank with all my niggas like it's Fight Club. Fuck 'em cause their time's up, Our time is now, nigga, pipe down. Least if it goes left, I know I'm with the right crowd. Marijuana quite loud, put me in that iCloud. That's where I found the silver lining, so I'm fine now. Shining in the night, wow, I'm blinded by the light. Taking flight, I need a cape like a great guy, I mean Superman. I won't ever choose to land, your hoe is a super fan. Jump inside the Uber cab, come on. Shame, shame, shame on you. Yeah, shame on you, Yes, Esstate, production, crazy with it every fucking time. STV, coming whenever it comes, you're gonna have to wait and see. Look, when was the last time I seen day? Pete's sake, I've been in my room steady pace until my feet ache. Chest burning, head swirling. Run it back. Yeah, alright, cool. Look, when was the last time I seen day? Pete's sake, I've been in my room steady pace until my feet ache. Spook twirling, chest burning, nerves and paranoia stay circling. They never give me leeway, never in my eye did they ever give me it easy. I guess nothing changed, but shit seems way different in some other ways. So, you know, it is what it is, huh? I remember them days, it was I as on replay. Their memories a keepsake. As I got older, the world got colder. I found myself alone more, dealing with the he say, she say, but I don't pay it mind, nah, treat it like a minor. Yeah, I'ma stay true, I can never be a deep fake. Never let them take my soul and mold it like cheap clay. A-R-M-A-R to the D-A, but there's steps I gotta retrace still. Fast forward some years, I was building it with. We was up in hilly fields, dreaming up a milli deal. People come and go, man, that's just how it goes, man. Cause there's some shit you just can't let go, man. Tied hands, it was out of my control. Now they got my brother in the wing with no phone I can ring. I just wanna see my bro, I just wanna see my. In too deep, I might drown. So many anchors, they weigh a man down. Man down, man down, man down, man down. In too deep, I might drown. I got so many anchors, they weigh a man down. Man down, man down, man down, man down, man down. Yo. In too deep, I can feel myself sinking. Hear them creep, I hear parasites inching. I don't speak, but I'm always listening. I don't pre, they one leech off the vision. In these streets, sharks swimming in the deep end. Think we cannot see them, I reap what I sow though. Getting in the dolo, heavyweight, load weighing heavy on my shoulders. Uphill battle, steady pushing on a boulder. Car nothing ain't moving like it's supposed to. Got all these niggas faker than tofu. I don't wanna fuck with you, I don't wanna know you. And when I do my thing, I don't tell, I'ma show you. Head of the clan like a black Nobunaga. Lately I've been on the lone wolf, just smoking on a spliff and sipping on my saka. Away from the passerby, nigga went from palace to Manny like Wan-Bissaka. For the time being, ends where I left, like the place where my anchor reside below chest. Ain't it ironic, it's the family crest. Cause we're carrying the baggage that our ancestors left. I already said, why you think I smoke cess, Cause this life keep testing my strength. Time after time, take it step by step, Check, check, Ankaman. Really? Pressure, water pressure, air pressure, so much pressure. You got the weight of the world, my nigga, but pressure make diamonds and pearls, my nigga. Pressure, water pressure, so much pressure, so much pressure. You got the weight of the world, my nigga, but pressure make diamonds and pearls, my nigga. Laws in the instrumental. Yes. In too deep, I might drown. Beautiful sounds every time. Gotta drop my brother. In too deep, I might so many anchors, they weigh a man down. In too deep, I might drown. Big up domtavlor for this beat. Fucking crazy. You sent me this one, I had to jump on it. Yo, barrel in my mouth, I had to bite the bullet. No fear, dry tears, now my face wouldn't. Doing what they said we couldn't do from out the hood. Cuba Gooding, my potential exponential. Colors shine outside the lines, I don't need a stencil. Power from the sun's tendrils, they keep my dreads full. Very instrumental, their hair grown bare, so they look at me like ghetto. That's just how it gets though. Culinary pesto, I smoke it out the chest, now I'm buried in my mental. Blue blood running through the ventrals. Too tough, came up out the south. May see us if your news on. You can stained if your Jews on. Enough niggas here do wrong. Laid flat like a fucking futon, nigga. My power, my strength, my greed. My hour, my blessings, my needs. My tower, my grass, my seeds. Now or later I'ma let the fam feed. My flesh, my bone, my spirit, my gold, my spirit, my soul, my spirit, my soul. My soul, my spirit, my soul. My spirit, my soul. My soul, my soul. My spirit, my soul. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Go. My spirit, my soul. My spirit, my go. I hit the ball clean as out. They kick the floor and blame the coach for it. Fuck the folklore. It's like shit's right in their peripherals. It's in there as clear as day. It's crazy to say that they tweet but wouldn't vote for it. It's so boring. I guess the blood in your hands is what the soul's for. I guess no fun is what happens when they close all the clubs for the kids or the pubs cause they're skin. I lit the fuse, seen the smoke. Wish that all of my friends keep the hope. All things considered, they think rock will bring paper till we bring the scissors. Is beauty still in precision? The thing is, you either have it or you don't. Flip the habit to some growth like Jay. So, like he said, you know nothing that my mates don't. Buy a bed for the stage show. Stay close to my spirit, my ghost.
Hey, my spirit, my soul. My silver, my spirit, my soul. My flesh, my bones, my silver, my gold. My spirit, my soul, my spirit, my soul. Yeah, one of my favorite songs I've ever made. Really real. Love this one. Underrated. Alright. Had a little flub here and there, but it's all good. I'm just happy to be here, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be here. We love it, we love it. Thank you for having me on Radio Bhuna. Half Moon Radio. Keep your fucking ears open, mate.
Oh man, that was amazing. I'm gassed. This is the first live edition of Radio Bhuna. I think it's a fitting way to do it. I'm gonna play a couple songs. This one's with Yonqi off his album Hessian. It's called Helicopter. Rub the tummy of the butter, cause cruelty of man is why I worry for my mother. It's funny how my hand only reached for the Guinness and the rum in the heat of the middle of the summer. Potholes, road runner, I stopped closing doors in the face of them. Then I saw how a lack of compassion started making me shudder. I'm safe with the others, where they chase the pavements and just wait for the gutter. Rub the tummy of the butter, cause cruelty of man is why I worry for my mother. It's funny how my hand only reached for the Guinness and the rum in the heat of the middle of the summer. Potholes, road runner, I stopped closing doors and faces, and I saw how a lack of compassion started making me shudder. I'm safe with the others, where they chase the pavements and just wait for the gutter. Rub the tummy of the Buddha, cause cruelty of man is why I worry for my mother. It's funny how my hand only reached for the Guinness and the rum in the heat at the middle of the summer. Potholes, road runner, I stopped closing doors in the face of them. Then I saw how a lack of compassion started making me shudder. I'm safe with the others, where they chase the pavements and just wait for the gutter. Rub the tummy of the butter. Yeah, Esstate is out still, so Go find that. This is one of Bloody Nora, the last album, Lemsip. I'm just gonna put that out. Oh shit. Yeah. Even pigeons fly the coop. Mind the stoop of the kestrel. Bless all those holding doors. Mold the laws to your mantras. Jaws on the hands of the boring and antiquated. Crooked old boys forlorn at the mansa, mate. The pint of ruby red, £2, I'd have drank it lately. Stay cautious and curious and thank the ladies nauseous when I saw all the banking statements. All this came from pressure. Ball fist for the Leicester City boys, born in the best of the shitty bit of rock that we call the greatest part of Europe. Fake sores on your torso, you say they ripped all of your soul out, pulled all the coal out your engine. Must have took your train of thought off track. Run amok, taking care of the lost cash. Make more, pull the floorboards, yeah. Wear the cape, choke the mortarboard, yeah. For the sake of your poor mum. Save the date, wait for the RSVP's back. Make sure to take a Lemsip and start the CT scan. Bless the NHS for the strength they emit. For all those in Parliament, make them test for a shred of common sense for this shit. Keep the pen, ink, heart and the fees aligned to my self-worth. So the fruit's gonna offer me a branch when my health worse. Outside scary but this inner angst worse. I tie bandana to a stick when the riverbank bursts. My liver drank first, so don't tell me if I should drink a lot. The last time I clocked, they were shoving rocks in their pockets. I don't know if they would sink or not. I know airheaded boys could be linking the dots, but it's hard. Like, would you rather write put a tick in the box? It's calm, but you see the brink of the poverty line. This heat rise, just like the property prices. It's easy just to call it an ominous crisis, and it's obviously like this when your arm is behind your back so far. I'm benign to action, I can't stay behind the faction this long. I keep my eye on what's happening when my arm is behind my back so far. I'm benign to action, I can't stay behind the faction this long. I keep my eye on what's happening now. Yeah, that's one of my favourite ever beats I've made. One of my favourite ever verses. Right, I'm gonna get a drink of water. So this next one is a new one off a new project that is coming imminently. It's called Whip for the Well. Pulling hair out and socks up, pulling stunts off and nets on the boat. Pulling hair out and socks up, nets on the boat. Like Orwellian orator. Ah, well, it's alright, it's already a tall feat for pork bellies and small brains. My sore head is in all places, big weapons for small fights. Like which lessons were taught right for big spenders to hoard wages, extending the core plight of the man to my left and the lady to my right. We talk for ages about how foresight is as hazy as it is bright. Call blimey, we walk right into it, of course, before the tears fall, intimate thoughts. Every fight, my chest tight and my fist torn, but they can't hack it, trying to hack the code. Poor form either or, you can't practice gold. A lack of knowledge leaves no leg to stand on. An OLED screen on a Samsung can't save us all from ransom. I pay for all the mansions and let the rest freeze. Nah, I rest in peace, part of the farce. Every time I read hard, can't part from these arms and I don't want to. I nestle my face in it, pace in it, but call blimey, I'm still buoyant in a monsoon. I flick the ball in for a 1-2. It's a waste, innit?
nigga kicking in the south end like I'm Townsend. Piffing it to cloud dead, up on cloud 10.7 in the Zeng. I can't make the loud stretch, felons in the set, I can't bring you round them. Call you sound fed, you ain't got it like a bounce check. When a nigga was without friend, what about them? I was sitting with a book by the fountain, now I'm getting book crowd, never sound dead, yet they still overlooked though. I'm on the path less took, not the shook road. It's good food, gotta cook slow. Straight out the hood though, where you never could go. Stizzy like Dizzy, I'm not a muck, no kizzy. Flow silly, got your whole giddy. Give me dome till I'm bustin' like a faux fiddy. I call my bro Killy and I call my dough Lizzie. Man, we really getting grown. Old clothes don't fit me, Keys to the city. I need the fucking keys to the city. Correct. Radio Bhuna, half Mooner.
Here's another one off that one. It's called Leicester General Hospital. The last one. And then we're gonna hop into some more songs and maybe some conversation. Radio Bhuna. More on the page than in the glass. Saw looking sage in the mirror, shaking his head, shaving his jaw, scratching his chin, wasting all his cash. It's a big fucking con to just save it for the crash. A big difference between being great and being fast. Your big song and dance about it made me wanna laugh. Your fear's not a stance, how you taking all you work for the stake of a stash. I'm vacant from the fast, still aching from my 10k, waiting for a mate to come and wake me from my wobble. I got way too many takers on a pack. Way too much stress to be wasting a good one. Debating what I shouldn't, cause they're saying what I wouldn't, but I'm saying what they can't. We take it farther than they can, for the father of my grandkids, harvesting the land. Hourglass full of sand, but there's more on the page than in that glass. Saw looking sage in the mirror, shaking his head, shaving his jaw, scratching his chin. I was born in the general, not the royal. They don't know how we did it, but we came to learn how to sort the metal from the foil. Poor blokes in bubble jackets looking like a bunch of trendsetters off the boil. Pair of greasy hands thought to scroll another placard and dare to say the water ain't better than the oil. You're more or less spoiled by the walls getting fortified. I brought a bit of foresight. Sort of think the soil should just swallow us up. At night I seen it now. I'm in the cycles, not repeating. I mostly long for tools in the shed that I likely never needed. A sight you never seen, that will find you when you sleep, and the light will set the scene. But action not for some, that's my fee. I won't receive a fraction of the sum. What's best for me, let the stream past my feet or just paddle through the mud. Battling the clock while savouring the past. I got the knack in my blood. The knack. There's more on the page than in that glass. Saw looking sage in the mirror, shaking his head, shaving his jaw, scratching his chin. Yeah, Halfman, this is a rare occasion. This has been domtavlor, David Armada. Yeah, let's get in some more. Hello.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Oh, of course, because it's so long. It's you can't see the waves as much. All right, so yeah, we just did a few songs each. I'm here with David Armada, and yeah, there's a lot going on for both of us. I mean, Anchors just came out in the past few weeks, past month.
About a month ago.
Yeah, how's the response been and everything like that?
Oh, the response has been really good actually. Like, obviously, I'm not a huge artist quite yet, but the people that enjoy my shit, they really enjoy my shit. So, I mean, yeah, the response has been really good. It's gotten a good amount of play so far. It's done what it's needed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of got me a little bit more attention. Supastarz in particular is doing really well. It's one of my favourite songs as well I've made. And yeah, I'm just generally really proud of the project. Yeah, the response has been really good. People have been really supportive of it. So I'm happy about that. Thank you guys.
I saw the show you did recently, like the videos of that. Was that one of your first times performing, or?
Yeah, I think that was literally, I mean, I performed once with my boy Deema. This was before Hash Brown came out. He had a show, and he usually hit me up. It was like, yo, do you want to jump on stage, do Hash Brown before it comes out? So we did that. That was a while ago. That would have been 2 years ago now, actually, I think, around this point. Or almost anyway. But yeah, aside from that, that was literally my first time performing, and I was up there for like 45 minutes, pretty much. It was intense, I can't lie, it was a lot, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the stamina for that must have been crazy. I bet you were like so dehydrated going off the stage.
Bro, I was so dehydrated, yeah. Like, not even coming off the stage, even when I was on stage, I was like trying to...
The nervousness.
Yeah, exactly, the nerves were fucking me up. Like, I was already... From the get-go, like, the way we did it was Deema had his set before mine. And because we have like a bunch of songs together in the archives, we did like 3 or 4 songs together on stage, and then he jumped off, and I had like another 8 or 9 songs to do. But by that time I was just fucked. Like, I was like, this guy has worn me out, pause. And then like like he just like fully, I was just exhausted. And I was literally on stage. I remember trying to like go into the side after finishing one of the songs, like Ankaman or something. Like, what? Someone get me a glass of water. And my boy Luca, he just tried to run, grab me a thing of water, but he couldn't even because the line was too long. So I just had to firm it. I was just up there. I think he passed me like a vodka lemonade or something, and it did not hydrate me at all. But I was just like, fuck it, I have nothing else, so I just have to run with this one. That story.
So what you were saying about Hash Brown with Deema, because that's been a couple of years now, but like that went crazy and is continuing to go crazy. Like, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, the response for that song obviously is just insane. Every time we've performed it like a good 3 or 4 times now, and every time it's just gone off. Like, especially at the show, Hash Brown just went fucking insane. Like, everyone just went crazy. People about to fucking sock each other. Like, it was nuts. But yeah, I mean, I remember it's crazy because the very first time I went to the studio with Deema, because we had been planning on just doing something for like months and months by then, but I pulled up to the studio, and the very first thing we recorded was Hash Brown. I'm pretty sure the first thing I recorded was the hook for Hash Brown, and then we just did some verses later on. But yeah, it's crazy how that's turned out. It's done a lot for both of us, I think. But yeah, it's nuts. It just shows like what we, the future, what we can do. You know what I mean? We have even better songs together now, so I'm just hoping that we can hit the same heights. You feel me?
Yeah, the one with him off your Anchor tape is like one of my favourites on there. Yeah. Was like how, because I always find it interesting with like the sequencing of everything and like how songs line up in a project, and like when you've got songs like that as opposed to songs maybe a bit slower or a bit more like maybe more like sample based and stuff, like how do you see songs like that fitting together in a project, like especially with Anchor?
Yeah, I mean, it helped with Anchor because even going into the project when I was making it, the very first song I made was Ankaman, I think, for it. So going into the project, I kind of knew what I wanted it to be about topically, and the kind of way I wanted to approach the project. So for me, having deep end on the project and then having like a song like Ankaman or a song like My Oh My, it still made sense to me in my head because like they're kind of about similar things. Like they approach the topics from different angles, you know what I mean? Like Deep End, that's the title of the song, and then I say it again at the end of Ankaman, in too deep I might drown, shit like that, you know what I mean? Like it's connected. So I think if you approach it from that standpoint, it helps a lot, just to have lyrically like a line going through the project. sonically, I don't know. It's just like I put Vince Vega right after Deep End, innit? Because Vince Vega is a lot more synthy. Like it has a lot more synths going on. It's a little bit. It's like still hip hop, and like it's kind of like how you kind of transition from one sound to another. You know what I mean? Because right after Vince Vega was My Oh My, which is our track, and that's probably the most sample based song on the project, I would say. So it's really about sequencing. I think is one of those things that's like one of the most important things about projects. It can make or break it. I literally remember showing some songs to my friends before the project came out, and they were like, yeah, this is all really good, but like they're all so different. I don't know how you're gonna slap them in a row together. Like, how are you gonna put them on the same project? And then after the project came out, everyone was like, yo, it flowed so well, like, you know what I'm saying, this, it was crazy, da, 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 da. So I always knew it was gonna work, but it's just about like you gotta be kind of techie with it, you know what I mean? You gotta be tactical in a way.
Yeah, like I think sequencing is almost obviously one of the last things, but like as long as I feel like the content throughout like links, as you said, you know, like the themes of being in the deep end and you know, being maybe out your depth or with anchors and having stuff weighing you down, like the songs could sound like completely different, but with them links like that does a good job to like bridge the gap. And I thought that, like, especially listening to Anchor, because I got that straight away. And even with like the cover, you know how like you're looking over such a vast thing, and it's like you it's essentially like a deep end. Yeah, exactly. Even how like with how high up you are and stuff like that. Like, because is that, you know, I don't even know. Like, is that just an actual place in London? I couldn't tell if it was like Photoshop.
No, not even. It's an actual picture. My boy Brother Akil, at Brother Akil on Instagram, if you wanna jump on his Insta. But yeah, remember, that's such a, like, it's literally me sitting on top of this one point on in this block called Dawson's Heights. If you know, you know. If you're from South, you probably know where I'm talking about. But yeah, literally me sitting on top of this one ledge. There was something underneath me, so it wasn't like I was actually sitting up that high. That I would not be able to do that. But yeah, but yeah, and then my boy just jumped on top of this other thing. He got some crazy angle. Like, I don't even know how we did it, but we took mad pictures, and then we just picked that one because I was just like, I feel like this just represents the project so well. But yeah, it was crazy. That was a mad process getting those pictures.
Yeah, honestly, it was so good a photo that I thought, oh, like, he's obviously edited all the houses in the background and the view and stuff. No. That's so sick. No, it's just how it came out. And that's another like make or break thing in it. Like, a good cover can like change your intentions to actually listen to something if you're not familiar with the person. Like, I'm trying to think of, because I mean, obviously this whole show is meant to be around like underground British music and like shit like that, and I know the idea of being not as well known or like trying to get yourself like more heard, like covers can do shit for you. And I obviously one of the most iconic like British covers is like Boy in the Corner, like that thing. And thinking about like where Dizzy was at that moment, and like 2003, like the sound that he was making compared to everything, like like the fucking beats and the songs match that cover because it's so like devilish but like so bright, so colourful. But then also like if you're like a music critic like writing for The Guardian or something, like you're gonna look at that and go like, oh, that looks cool, that's kind of weird. But then if you're like a guy like on the same housing estate as Dizzy, like you listen to it too. So I thought that was like a probably good example of that. But that's sick. I mean, I think we've been talking up Anchor, but obviously if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's everywhere. Maybe should we play a song? Like, yeah, play a song. What? Whichever song. Which one? Supastarz. All right. This is Supastarz by David Armada.
Get down, up to the sky if you wanna get high. I hope someday we are the superstars. penny for a fork, coulda talked cheap. I would rather let him hear it through the orcs lead. Nigga, I ain't never changed for nothing, I was born me. Skin well worn and the hair 4C. Smoking C4, eyes low like I'm Eeyore. And I keep my eye out for the lean or they been touring. Early morning, I'm up when the day's dawning. I can hear the fates calling, telling me go all in, so I ain't stalling. I need change falling like it's rain pouring. Lane forking, pray I'm walking down the right path, even though the die cast. My task, grind hard like the bud sticky. I keep it a $1.50.
I hope someday we are the superstars.
Yo, head down, thumbs up if you like this. Get down, jump up to the sky if you wanna get high with me. Come fly with me, wanna get high with me. Come fly with me. Head down, thumbs up if you like this. Get down, jump up to the sky if you wanna get high. Come fly if you wanna get high. Come fly. Check. Sparrow car is deeper than the marrow. I'm a block boy, from the block boy. So they wanna see me in the gallows. They wanna keep us in their shadow. I stay in my zone, I ain't never been to Harrow. I be downtown, round south, the loud lights surround sound. Kicking like a roundhouse, life is like a lucid dream. Shit ain't how it used to be. Fredo cost a pound, least it's feeling like it do to me. Shit, I've been losing sleep.
I've been waking up tired, losing sleep, thinking reasons to stray from the path. Confidence in my stride. All I need is someone telling me how.
Could you tell me how? Head down, thumbs up if you like this. Get down, jump up to the sky if you wanna get high with me. Come fly with me, wanna get high with me. Come fly with me. Head down, if you like this. Get down to the sky if you wanna get high. Come fly with me, wanna get high. Come fly.
I hope someday we are the superstars. That's the word.
All right. We're back. That was Supastarz from Ankaman, of course, produced by my good friend Esstate, featuring Rayen on the back end singing. Yeah, I'm really proud of that one, how that one turned out. But yeah, let's move on to Dom and his exploits. Tell me about your most recent project that you released. It's on Bandcamp, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, so me and Yonqi put out Hessian, which was like a 7-track album thing, and I'm incredibly proud of that. Like that, the process of that was the most like cleansing thing. I don't even know how to describe it without like sounding fucking spiritual or whatever. But it was great working with someone who was on the exact same wavelength, but like so far away. And I felt, because it's funny because before that and after that, I guess like everything I was trying to make was really like trying to subvert typical structure and like make it like 1 minute and I'm out, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe not trying to do that, but just not trying to make a 3-minute like
it's making it
song
as dense as possible. Without,
exactly.
Making it overly long.
Yeah, dense but not.
All you need is
exactly. And I like obviously there's so many people doing that at the minute, and JSO's new EP Heart Talk is a good example where it's just like one thought and then that's it. Like, because what more do you need than like one thought, one train of thought that's like, because that's a song in it. Like, what's a song but like a sustained idea?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you put too many ideas into one thing, then that's when you start losing people's attention and stuff. But to go back to Hessian, like, it's funny because that project is 21 minutes, 7 tracks. So we made it so it was like exactly 21 minutes, and every song's like 3 minutes average. So it's like a full continued idea with a hook, with a couple features, and it felt like a real like
project.
it felt like a real project as opposed to trying to be something that it wasn't, because we were just making music that was really organic and quite melodic at times, and like it felt different to any other project, I guess. But yeah, I mean that, and then Bloody Nora, which was my album from last year, but that was cool. That was quite
I really like that one.
Yeah, it was quite condensed, I guess. I don't know. But yeah,
beautiful, man. That's out on Bandcamp. I know my friend is a really big fan of it. He's been gassing it to me in the group chat for a while now. You know what I mean? My boy Joe, shout out Joe. He put me on to Dom, actually, when I first, like a while, like this was, I don't even know when this was last year, around this time last year. It was Corona time. It was Corona time.
Yeah, I must have been.
Yeah, no, it was Corona time. I'm bugging. Yeah, it was. It was very much Corona time.
Corona time has been like fucking 2 years now, so.
Yes, Corona time. Yeah, it's been fucking crazy. But yeah, I literally remember I hit up Dom this time last year and was like, "Yo, my boy, put me onto your shit. I heard your shit. You're sick. Your beats are insane. Send me some shit sometime." And then instantly, we were both just instantly got it. It was like, yeah, cool. I'm down. Rare Tear Tear sent me some beats. I heard My Oh My. And the rest was history, obviously. But yeah, man, I really appreciate what he's done. He helped out with the album a lot, I feel like. I think My Oh My was a big, I don't know, it feels like it's one that's actually really important to me. And I can't really say why or what it is about it. It's the feeling that I'm just like, yeah, this is entirely me. Like, this fully came from like the depths of like my shit. You know what I mean? Not my shit, but you know what I mean. It's, you know them songs. What is there like a song like that for you? Like,
yeah, I mean I know it's kind of silly, but like that beat and the whole concept of My Oh My was one of them for me, where like it's just like the combination of the elements, like when it comes together you do feel it. And I mean there's plenty for me, but I mean I think that period when we were like sending stuff back and forth and like you know more stuff that we're making like today and all of that, like I think it helps me kind of like sit back a bit and like because you're so like versatile with the shit and like the melodies and the kind of ability to just do something like there and then, like it keeps me in the moment, and it's like makes like producing and all that fun, because I feel like I've probably like over the past year like not really found it as fun, so like just trying to rekindle that spark's like so important. And I think when someone is able to just generate that from nothing, like I think that's sick. So yeah, I don't know. If in regards to my songs, there's plenty that like really hit. Like right here with J-So and Kofi, it was like one where it's because we performed that live in London as well.
Right. Did that show.
Yeah, it was like
I really wanted to. It was really good.
It was like the Keep Hush one, and it was literally like a few days before. Not a few days, but a few weeks.
Keep Hush, by the way. Big up Keep Hush, by the way. Doing a lot for the scene. Been doing a lot for the scene, so large them up for real.
Yeah, and Arch, obviously, like Lauren organised that, and that was all her. So she's doing a lot as well, and for the wider scene and for you know just the art of radio DJing in general. But the performance of that you could feel between the three of us, that it was like it was that feeling again. It's like unspoken, but yeah. And that's probably my favorite thing about the whole idea of music and making music, like that feeling. So
yeah, no, for sure, it's the collaboration, like when everything just syncs up correct, you know what I mean? Like even like going back to what you were saying about performing your song with J-So and and Kofi. Yeah, Kofi, big up Kofi, he's hard. But yeah, it's like when you're on stage, like when I'm on stage with my boy Deema, when I was on the stage with Luca as well, HT, like it's it's just like we made this together, you know what I'm saying? Like we made this thing and it's hard and like people are fucking with it and it's like an energy, like a kinetic energy. It's like you sync up in the maddest way and it's just like becomes this like otherworldly thing, I feel like. So yeah, I really I've kind of grown to love being on stage as well, just generally, you know what I mean? Because it kind of, and it brings something else out of it, brings out something different, I feel like.
I feel like watching people on stage and you can see that they're, and I obviously you know how they're feeling, but the idea that you're like watching yourself do something and you're like almost like in that moment you're like going like, yeah, that was cool that you're doing that, and then you're actually doing it. So like that's why I love watching live music as well, because you're getting to share that moment for someone and actually like provide them with something. And that's why, you know, like UK music, especially like with grime and the way that culminates into like a live experience that's basically like people getting on this literally on the same wavelength, like the same BPM, and just on knowing what's coming, because there's the same beats and there's the same verses and the same wheel ups and stuff like that, and you're all pushing the like elevating the experience, and then it's that's all live and you can't replicate that on a recording.
Yeah, for sure. Like I've never really been a massive like grime head. I've obviously, you know, growing up in London especially, you're always going to be around grime and obviously you're always going to like it and have an appreciation from it, but it's not really like a genre I took mad influence from. But still, regardless, like I've always like loved just going on YouTube, watching these like old grime sets or watching even new ones, you know what I'm saying, the Rinse FM ones, you know, like they were just going crazy. YGG especially were fucking insane. Like PK, Lyrical Strategy, they were just going insane, you know what I'm saying? Like they were all just synced up in the maddest way. Like it's like they were sharing a brain almost at times. Like it's crazy, and that's like a thing with grime generally. Obviously it takes a lot of skill to do that with grime, because like obviously you have to be able to like remember bars, you have to know which bars to jump, feel the room, which bars are jumping on. I remember Deema was literally talking to me about this the other day. It's like you'll go about to step on the mic, but then you'll have like a bar already in your head, or you'll have like a little like thing to spit in your head already that you want to do, but then let's say the beat changes and then like the mood switches, or like the last guy does something he didn't expect, and then now you got to kind of rework it in that moment, and the mic is coming to you and you don't really know, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be on your toes at all times. But then once you're at a level where you can just do that, you know what I'm saying, and not flop, and then you're with other people who are on that same level, then it's just vroom, you know what I'm saying? You're just hitting like another space, you know what I mean? It's like you just getting in the zone, you know what I mean? Like the zone is a very real thing, I feel like.
Yeah, totally. And it's funny because like obviously London's like the place for that, in a sense that like I was thinking when you were saying that, like grime, like the what you were saying about grime, it's like incredibly similar to how like jazz musicians treat their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like the idea that like you're like tuned into this time signature, or what the drummer's doing, what the bass guitarist is doing, whatever, and then you're aiming to get your saxophone like in the pockets between that, and like almost push everyone up and move. Like it's not like the track, obviously the track's progressing with time, but you're trying to move it forward. Exactly. And I think that's crazy, like the idea that live music, or even it can be like recorded music, like is essentially something to just push forward. And like I just think that's sick, because it then it creates that feeling, which is what we were talking about.
Yeah, man, it's insane. It's mad how like all these kinds of different kinds of music, you know, they might seem so different, but at the end, like there's always going to be similarities between them, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be connections, especially with black music. I feel like there's always going to be like thing, like it's in the weirdest ways, like it will just show itself, you know? And like kind of going back to the sequencing thing, I feel like that's also part of why sequencing isn't so bad. Is just like there'll be songs that like sonically may sound completely different, you know what I mean, or you might be rapping in a completely different way, but there'll be things that connect them, you know, at their core. You feel me?
If it's coming honestly, it's like you're obviously going to say similar things, because you're making this music over the span of I don't know, couple months or whatever. So your thoughts and your feelings are gonna be of the same ilk and like comparable. Should we play another song off it?
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
What are you thinking?
How about we play Another Time with my bro Hiroshi Thomas, produced by Esstate.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites off it. Yeah, cool. We'll get into that and then be back in a minute.
Yeah. Turn me up. I pull, turn me up. Yeah. Smoking, nevermore. I knock on heaven's door. Get so high, turn to corpse. I smoke a pack, then getting more. I don't mean to be a bore. I'm just piffing on my drawer, and being around you such a chore for real. Shout out Robin much and more. From a sheriff, I've been on my J.O.B. Been a boss from young, like I'm AOC. They like AOC. Mother floating off the peyote. Way up in those trees, higher as the day go by. The sunset from the sky, blue and purple, pink and white. On my life, shit ain't been the same since Dilla died. All my life, I've been on every cloud from 1 to 9. For real, and now I'm buzzing off this Clementine. Might just dead it now, save the rest for another time. Another time. I could dead it now, save the rest for another time. Save the rest for another time. Another time. I could dead it now, save the rest for another time. Save the rest for another time. I could dead it now, save the rest for another time. Buzzing off the Clementine, and I'm just dancing now.
Loud out there, that decibels, tryna stay on decimal. Can't wait till we get it all. C-racks, tennis ball, praise the Lord. Not in my thoughts anymore, was lost in our source before. Got the drawers in the C4, school had me on report. Principal's office wanted to see more. I ain't asking no more, kicking the door, get on the floor. Want the Christian Dior, instead of Christian for sure. Yo, sure. Yo. I ain't asking no more, kicking the door, I ain't asking no more, I'm good as gold, Loud update that decibels, tryna stay on decibel, tryna stay on point, know the point. I'm good, I got the chance, I got the point.
Save the rest for another time. Another time, yeah.
So that was Another Time. I think this has been like a sick year for music.
Yeah, I think it's
obviously there's been
definitely been really good.
people were the big artists were like holding their albums back because of Corona and all that shit.
Of course.
But what's been a few of your favorite projects, favorite songs, whatever?
Oh man. So I mean, obviously, Elephant in the Room, Donda vs CLB. I mean, Donda is probably one of my favorite projects from this year. Just because I love Kanye. I always love Kanye. I can't lie. No matter what that guy does, I can't lie. It is what it is. Like, I'm just a fan. It's never gonna change. But yeah, I thought that project was really, really good. Yeah, he kind of took the gospel angle. I think, remember he said he was trying to do, before The Life of Pablo came out, he said it was going to be a gospel album, and he kind of followed it through with Ultra Light Beam, and there were here and there little songs that he was trying to, yeah, it was just a hint, but then I feel like this project is what he was envisioning for that, which I think it turned out pretty well, if not a bit messy. CLB didn't really like at first, but it's growing on me a little bit, if I'm honest. Just here and there, I don't know, it's just Drake at his most Drake, really, but then there's sometimes that Drake just hits, you know what I mean? It's like that meme where it's like, you know, when the mid just hits, when the mid hits for some reason, it's just like, you can't explain it, it just hits. West Side Gun, Hitler Wears Hermes 8, the side B, crazy, probably my favorite project this year, I'm not gonna lie. For me, that back to back, just gritty, fucking grimy, lo-fi, hip-hop, boom bappy, but like not even boom bap, 'cause some of the songs don't even have fucking drums. Like, that's just like a thing that people do now, but like It's not like irregular, but it's just they just have this energy that I just fuck with, and the beats are just insane, bro. Crazy. Like, they remind me of your beats in a lot of ways.
Oh man, that's a compliment. Yeah, Westside, like, I mean, Griselda's obviously been a thing for a little while now, but I feel like that was his way of like maybe putting a staple in it and just saying like, for sure. This is the it probably is one of the most popular forms of hip hop right now, which is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like the fact that, because obviously the drumless sample based things, like it's quite a lot of the time it's quite abstract and quite hard for like the average person to get into, but when you get more like mainstream artists hopping on it and maybe endorsing people like Westside Gunn and Conway and Matt Homie and and even people like Isaiah Rashad, because obviously he's well obviously that's one of my favorites, but he's always capable of that. But when he makes a song like Happy Birthday to You or Dark Side or something like that, like that just shows how a popular artist can really like flip like just a sample based beat into something that's like way more than that, and it's not just loops and raps. Exactly. But yeah, them two albums obviously have been huge this year for me.
For sure.
But there's
fucking Call Me If You Get Lost. How are we missing
that? That's
probably my...
I mean, we spoke about like Donda CLB or whatever, but like that's like the biggest in my head anyway. Like for the people in my friends and stuff like that, we spoke about that much more. Did you?
Same. No, it's the same for me and my friends. Like, Call Me If You Get Lost really was just such a massive statement. It was so much more refined than like both Donda and CLB, I feel like. You know what I mean? It went so many more places. That's actually probably my album of the year, followed by Westside Gunn Side B, most likely. I think what he did on that was just so crazy to me, because like obviously he's had such a good run over the past few years. He's had an insane run, and like with this project I hear it and it's like he's going back to the sounds he was exploring in his earlier days, you know, with Wolf, even Cherry Bomb as well, with like some of the more like aggressive cuts, you know what I mean? Like it's like he's saying, yo, obviously I've had a sick run recently, but I've always been this good, and I'm gonna take these ideas and show you that I've always been this good, and just amplify them and take them as far as they can go.
In a cesspit, looking for an exit. In a cesspit, looking for a rescue. In a test tube, everybody gets it. You should let go, only if it lets you go. In a cesspit, looking for an exit. In a cesspit, looking for a rescue. Only if it tests you, everybody gets it. You should let go, only if it lets you go. Let go, only if it lets if it lets you go.